Hey yo, howdy there, YouTube world. It's me. I'm Uno. I'm still Uno, and I'm back with my third risk log vlog entry, man. How am I feeling today? Well, to be honest with you, I've been tempted to feel down, and destitute. Tempted to feel down, destitute, but I'm not. I'm not. I mean, this is like real life shit is happening like every day. I'm having dreams about my previous situation, man. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. But I'm not feeling destitute. I'm saying I'm tempted to, but I'm not, because strangely enough, because of the support I'm getting from doing this, like a lot of people are reaching out to me, like another friend of mine called me yesterday, after watching my first entry and what that risk was, and she was like she was like, Uno, I couldn't even continue watching that video. How could they do that to you? How could they do that to you? I'm like, yeah, how could they do that to me? but not really, man. Like, I think like the devastation of taking such a move, is shocking. But when I think back on the situation, like, it has had a positive impact on me. I mean, if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be doing this. I wouldn't be so encouraged to tell my truth and take ownership and use my voice and tell my story. Someone sent me someone hit me in the, I don't know if it's in the, I don't remember if it was in the comments or a text. They're like, yo, how many times did you say the word ownership? Plenty times, but like, I want to make it clear, that I don't have any hate in my heart, like, for that circumstance and for anybody there, for real. If anything, I'm just like a little hurt, and I'm struggling to heal, and I think maybe in the risk channel, I'll take the risk of reaching out, because even the way that I left like a wounded dog, like someone who was genuinely hurt. Well, that's what it looked like to me. I don't know what it looked like on the other side. I'm sure it looked like, man, that nigga never gave a fuck about us. I'm sure that's what it looked like, and that's absolutely not what it is. I've got love for everybody there. It was a positive experience, and I genuinely do feel I've changed. I mean, I haven't really been going anywhere, just been in my own company most of the time, and I am still thinking along those patterns that, I was thinking on while working there. It's just, it was a difficult circumstance, and, I'm trying to find the silver lining in the clouds, yeah. So, risk log vlog entry number 3. What are we talking about today? I want to start off with a short, maybe not so short story. Oh yeah, another thing, I do appreciate the support, for real.
We have something hip that we
and I'm open to commenting,
what it means.
I just feel like I think it's important for me to explain that I am genuinely using this opportunity, this platform, this time as a tool to develop, and it's also part of my risk taking, to tell my story. It's like we all have something to say. I'm sure we could all have YouTube channels just based on what we experience in our daily lives, but not everybody does that, and I'm taking the chance to do that, and it's my story and I have ownership of it. And I kind of don't have a problem with putting up a lengthy video, and since it's not because I don't mean to offend anyone, but like if I'm writing in my journal, I'm not gonna say to myself like, yo, this is 5 pages, I need to stop, I'm gonna run out of paper. Or I'm not gonna have the time to read this. Come on, man. Come on. So I just gotta do what I gotta do, and I gotta do it my way. But I do appreciate the support, for real. But try to see it from my perspective as well, so some shit that I need to get off my chest. Right. Speaking back to getting shit off the chest, taking risks, risky talk. Back to risky talk. That should be a TV show, risky talk. Hey, I could be a TV host for a TV show called Risk Talk. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna make it happen. Okay. It's up to me, I guess. It's up to me. It's always up to me to make it happen. Right. So I got a text. I hope I'm putting on the right side. I got a text from this homie of mine who I used to work with last year, early last year, and she was talking about how watching this video brought back like the memories of what happened then. She was in a similar position that I was in, where being in that environment was becoming unbearable. She was getting a lot of strain, and I was one of her colleagues. I was there to advise her. I used to encourage her, like, yo, strive to be better, strive. But week in, week out, she was just she wasn't doing it, man. She wasn't getting it, and it was starting to affect what she thought, because it's in the past, about herself, and I had that discussion with her, and she's like, I'm not coping. I was like, yo, you need to get out of here. And I was working with her, like a lot of my work was dependent on her work, but the counsel I gave to her was, yo, you need to skedaddle, baby girl, get out of here. And a few weeks later she had dipped, to find out she was gone. It was a surprise, but it was a shock, but not a surprise, and the complete text she sent was like, yo, from that time till now, I have improved so much. It was the best decision of my life. And she says her quote for 2020 was, if it's costing your peace, it's too expensive. And that's today's word from Balesa. Get a shout out, because that's the text that really resonated a lot with me, because it told me that if anything, I should take my own advice, and I'm glad that I have. And I want to be like you and look back and like, yo, man, I'm glad I didn't question myself on that decision, even though it was difficult. And in yesterday's entry we spoke about feel the fear, take the risk, and there's a word for that. And that word is courage. And courage is described, not defined, we'll get to the definition. It's described as the first of the 7 virtues. Because to have courage, to have the other 6 virtues, you need to have the courage first. For my Christian peeps, the 7 virtues are basically what they call the fruits of the Spirit. You can Google it. Or should I? I don't know. Okay, let me just Google it. The 7 virtues. The 7 virtues. It's not 7. It's 12. They updated them. They updated the virtues. Okay, it's Aristotle's 12 virtues. But they're the fruits of the Spirit as well. I just knew 7 of them. And even here, courage is listed as the first one because you need to have the courage to be everything else. So that's an antidote for a risky situation. You need to ask yourself, do I have the courage? This is one of the most important books I read. I think the whole of 2020, this is the only book I read. I think it was 2020. It's the only book I read, and it resonated deeply. Courage by Osho. Check it out. You should check it out. Get it if you don't got it, or ask me how to get it. Yeah, so even I feel like, risky as it is to be sharing this story and to be making these decisions that I've been making, courage. It takes courage. It takes courage, and I recognize it as a trait that I have, and I'm proud of myself, and it encourages me to go forward, right? And speaking of going forward, the risk entry, because I've been talking about, the build up, I make it hard as I can. I can't help it. I also don't believe in coincidence. I'm actually reading another book right now. It's called Intuition. I'll tell you about it. In that book, I knew it was gonna confirm what I know, because intuitively I knew. Intuition. It's crazy. So I don't believe in coincidence. I genuinely believe that everything does happen for a reason. And I'm receptive to things happening. So it's weird, because in the past few weeks, I got a call from this other lady who I've only ever met once before, at her house, after she had sent me a really long email asking for my help with her house. She was having a dispute with her builder, and she needed some help, so we developed a friendship over that, with her and her husband, and they're cool guys. So she calls me one day, sometime a few weeks ago, last week actually, after my drama had happened, and we hadn't spoken. She's like, yo, guess what? I'm like, yo, what's up, Lucy? How you doing? What's going on? She's like, Doug, I quit my job. I'm like, what? You too? That's crazy. What's happening? But she was like, yo, I got this idea. She was like, Dog, I got this idea. Let's start a business. You know that construction shit, and I got some funds. Let's and I got a vision. Let's put it together. I was like, damn, how did you know that I was coming from that situation, and now an opportunity is creating, and I have to mention that I'd only met her once before.
We have something hip that we want to present to you.
We've met up since, and we even have a name for our business. It's crazy, and it's a great start. If anything, it's encouraging, and it gives hope for a way forward, something beyond what I left behind. Like I was talking about yesterday, the door, risk being the door handle. You ask yourself, where does this door lead? In this situation, I think I want to find out where this door leads, because I don't believe in that kind of a coincidence. And it's a lot of admin that I have to do, you know, getting ID copies, certified, all that shit, man. So that's an adventure because I have to go to Bloemfontein. You know, I used to stay there. I lost my stuff, so I got it renewed there, etc., etc. So maybe I'll find a couple risks to take in Bloemfontein next week, man. But I'm encouraged going forward, man. There's always an opportunity to create or a risk to take. My name is Uno. This is my channel, man. Risk Log Vlog entry number 3. I'm out. Peace.